Never dispose of the pen, I'm at it again. We close to the end. The older I get, emphatic I am. They try to pretend. Try to be friend, wreak havoc instead. Look at the trends, can't comprehend my dramatic ascent. I'm heavenly sent, they try to condemn. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the man. Yeah, different vision, but the same goes. Big collision off the main road. That's the beaten path where my brain goes. Fuck the devil's wrath off my halo. Hella stones, no Thanos. Hella gold, no rainbow. This is hella genius in my brain lobes. Hella gross as far as revenue goes. Bought me a net for these Benjamins though. You not a threat, you an enemy though. Broke me a sweat, killing enemies slow. Body offset, all these feminine flows. Hardly upset, but you testing me though. All of these stats are depressingly low. Why your girl think I'm a specimen though? Drones and them perks is my medicine though. There's no comparison. Black in America, little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't mention it. That's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist, send in my sentiments. Neck full of sediments. Cop me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Drop the investment in Silicon Valley. All this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just move to Miami. Drums are so loud that they breaking the chassis. King of the grass like I'm Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors at labels is testing.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Hi everyone!
What's up, bro?
I don't think I've done like a general introduction yet as to who I am, so I thought I would do that now.
I can't stand stupidity. If you're gonna say stupid shit.
Hi, my name is Bunny and I use bun pronouns.
What is your problem, man?
I am a gender fluid, trans femme, pan-romantic, great ace, white passing Japanese person.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Warm. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Test, test, test. Testing, testing. Testicles, testing, testicles, testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 23 hundo and 70 schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 flexing on all you beasts.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, leave us a 5-star review wherever you're banging your ear holes. And of course, check all the links in the show notes in the description down below for all the live stream links, for the apparel, the discount code, and of course, information on how to join the Swole fam. We got some fuck your resolution specials. Let's fucking get...
Your father was a woman!
I'm ready for today. We're going to jump right into it. Drop in the comments, what are you smashing today? Let's summon the Falcon and get today's party started. Let's go! Falcon. Oh, bust that nut open, baby. All right, Dick Draft. Dick Draft. Fam, we got an amazing Swole card today. Hashtag Dick Draft for a chance to win today's Swole card. Hashtag double motherfucking D. Drop that in the comments down below. Hashtag double D, and we will give it away. Let's give a little tainty man. Oh, a little tainty man, a little tainty. All right, Dick Draft, double D. You could do the eggplant too, and we'll give away today's Swole card. Now let's spit on it and get into that tip. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, we're ready for the show. Reminder, not only do we have our round table tomorrow, we've got a round table event tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time, so be there. We also have in a month, less than 30 days, we have the release of P3S5 on December 1st, available for 24 hours. So we'll talk about that every day and give you more information leading up to that. But you all know, of course, you will have the links there on the homepage and on the apparel site. 24 hours only. Papa Swole Signature Series P3S5 available on 12 Schwam. We also, during the accountability meeting, we dropped some new apparel over there at papaswole.com. All the Christmas and Thanksgiving apparel is ready for purchase. You're a Swole one, Mr. Grinch. Love this design. Love it. We also have the Frosty the Swole Man. And of course, we have the all-new Santa Has Diabetes. So very nice. And of course, Depth Vader. We have all those other designs. But Santa does have diabetes. He does. He does. There's no way he doesn't have diabetes. There's no way. So all those new designs, the brand new Grinch, Santa Has Diabetes, and tomorrow we're probably going to drop a couple more new designs, at least one or two probably. So we have even more. So check it out. All available over there at papaswole.com. First Swole Fam post of the day. And like I always say, remember to use code DailySwole for 10% off. Brenda writes, "Hi fam, just checking in. I tend to disappear during my busy season. And this is my last week of working 80 hours per week. Holy shit. And during the weekends to put out corporate fires. For the most part, my food choices are increasingly good. I am planning to start the 90-day dash to recommit to the basics, address some imbalances, and ramp up my lifting game. Best news I heard this week was that my friend who hosts Monday night dinners full of processed foods and desserts is asking for 0 sugar and is going hardcore keto and eating only meats he prepares himself. This makes it so much easier for me to enjoy social time with my friends and not have to navigate food that doesn't serve me." Very nice. Very nice. And you know the best thing that you can do if you have issues with food and availability is to bring it yourself. So if you need to have certain types of food available, just bring it. Just bring it. Make sure that you have what you need. So anyone that says, "Oh, well, I fell off track because I went somewhere," and of course, assume. You have to assume wherever you go, you're not going to find grass-fed beef or beef jerky. You're not going to find quality food when you go places. You're just not. You know why? Because it's very hard to find a place that will make quality food, or they're going to use vegetable oils to cook. Unless you're ordering it or buying it, the raw ingredients, and making it yourself, you're not going to find it. Okay? So stop expecting. I think a lot of you fucktards out there, and I say that with all the love in the world, you think like, what do you expect? When you go somewhere, they're not going to have it. I'm not talking about you, Brenda. You're not going to have it available, so bring it. Anywhere you go, if you want to eat something where you go, if you're leaving and you want to eat while you're out, bring it with you. You go to a friend's place, bring the food. You might get someone giving you some shit, so you have some serious allergies. And like you've been dealing with a lot of stuff. You don't have to lie to them or say, "No, I don't want to eat that food. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm focusing on my nutrition." Take a little shit or a little ribbing from wherever you are. Yeah, maybe your social circle isn't so nice and friendly after all, but if they give you shit for it, brush it off. Who cares? If they want to be fat and unhealthy, let them. They usually come around, but fuck them. Bring your food or don't eat or fast. You don't have to eat all the time. So you can go somewhere and there's food, and guess what? You just don't put it in your face hole. You just don't put it in your face hole. It's not complicated. You don't have to eat all the time. You could be around food and just not put it in your mouth. You don't have to compulsively eat. Most of these parties, there's people standing around stuffing their face. They can't even have a fucking conversation without, "Oh, no, 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 no." You don't have to be constantly eating, especially in today's society. All right, here's the thumbnail. Swole Fam Roundtable RT30 this Thursday. Tomorrow, November the 3rd, so we will be private. So tomorrow's episode 2372 will not be public. You have to join the fam over at swolenormousx.com to get access to the live call. It's awesome. Our 30th roundtable. Let's get a little another America here. Roundtable number 30. Fucking stoked. Looking forward to it. Okay, we got one from our Discord. Jay Billman writes, Papa Swolio, been going to the fucking gym and eating very clean. Parentheses, steak, eggs, and fruit. We don't call that clean. Stop saying eating clean. You're eating real fucking food. Stop saying eating clean. It's delicious, amazing, nutritious food. It's not clean. It's real food. For a year and a half, I was been eating real food for a year and a half, but was disappointed by my progress. So I decided to get my testosterone checked and it came back low. I jumped on the chance to get on TRT. Okay. I jumped on the chance. Okay. Well, now you can't go back. Any advice on how to fully take advantage of the extra testosterone for some sick fucking gains? 40 years old and lifting heavy 4 days a week currently. I mean, you might not have been sleeping properly. There could be other issues. Were you getting in organ meats? All these other things that can help boost testosterone. 40 is definitely on the lower end. I'm 39 and, I'm not going to be jumping on or doing anything like that because once you get on it, you can't go off. You're on it forever. So it's definitely a commitment. And chances are, it's at this point, I guess it's too late because you're already committed to that. But coming back low doesn't mean that there weren't things that you could have done to bring it back. And things don't necessarily bounce back immediately. It depends on everything else. It's not just your nutrition. It's your sleep. It's all these other lifestyle habits. So any advice on how to fully take advantage? Fucking do everything properly still. Nothing's going to change. Nothing changes. You should still be eating properly. You should still be training hard and sleeping well and doing the things that, would raise your testosterone normally anyway. Cold therapy, sauna, stuff like that. So any advice, fucking take care of your health, just like you should if you don't take TRT. Glad to hear you're doing well. Definitely want to hear about your other lifestyle habits as well, because it's not just steak and eggs that's going to boost testosterone, but curious about your sleep, your organ meat consumption, all those other things. So make sure you get that in order as also. Glad to hear you're doing well. Get Jinxed from our Discord. Hey, everyone. Oh, geez. What's this? Hey, everyone. Looking for help on sticking to the diet. The main issue I have is nausea/anxiety causing me to not want to eat. So my meals are all over the place. What are the best ways y'all have found to stay on top of eating at least regularly? Just to do it regularly. A lot of these questions I do have empathy for, but it's not complicated. It's you eat regularly by eating regularly. You will get used to eating more consistently when you're eating consistently. You're not going to all of a sudden, you're not going to be hungry 6 times a day. You're not going to be hungry 6 times a day unless you're eating 6 times a day. And you're still really not going to be hungry 6 times a day. You're just going to be eating because it's time to eat. Let's say you're bulking, you're a bodybuilder, you're eating 6 times a day. So you're not going to, if you go from eating 3 times a day to eating once a day, you're going to feel really hungry until that one time. But then when you get used to eating 1 meal a day, one bigger meal, you don't feel hungry during the day until that one meal. So it's really just your body getting and your mind getting trained to the habit of eating more or less frequently. So if your meals are all over the place, that's because your meals are all over the place. That's because you are not disciplined in eating when you should be eating. If you have nausea and anxiety, maybe you have a medical condition or you need to meditate. You need to reduce your stress, lifting, exercise, better sleep habits, all these other things. So sounds like you need to get better control of your mental health. So I would practice brain gains and practice your mindfulness, and your meals are only going to be consistent if you're consistent with your meals. So there's really no magic there. Okay, let's see. We got a post here from Megan, and Megan writes, Pillar number 1 community on our discussion board. Hey fam, just wondering if any of you had tips for working out with kids. I'm trying to get my Swolga in, but my 2-year-old keeps trying to play with my phone or me. It's really hard to try to get this done when you got to keep stopping. I don't want to be upset with them. I just want to get my gains in. Mama needs something for herself. I don't want to lose sleep to get into workout, especially since I don't get much of that anyway these days with the baby and all. Thanks for reading and for any comments. So ladies, your 2-year-old tries to play with your phone. Put on a tripod or anchor to the wall so they can't reach it. Get a playpen so they can sit in there and then they're not on your phone. Let's see, put on the TV. That way, stream it to the TV. That way the 2-year-old's not going to play with the TV. remove them from the area, like just separate them so they can't be playing with that stuff. Keep them occupied, elevate. I mean, I'm probably saying common sense stuff, but it sounds common. Anyone else? Kids, you can drop that in the comments down below. Let's see. Ooh, do we have another? We might have a new t-shirt design. We might have a new drop. Oh, geez. We might have a new drop. Ooh. All right, let's release that today. Let's release that today. You want some new? Want some new? You guys want some new apparel, new drop? Hold on a second. On the fly. New drop on the fly. Excellent. Oh, looks sick. Okay. All right. All right, we'll do another design in a second. So Elizabeth says, try to give him a small hand weight or a fake one to teach them. He's 2 years old, so he's not going to learn too much there. Let's see. Heidi, I have bad anxiety and sometimes eating is hard for me when I'm stressed out. Meditation before eating can help. I also have other issues that keep me from eating, so I use cannabis too. Okay, so that's obviously a personal approach to that. But yes, meditation. I mean, honestly, you're only going to get used to eating more frequently or when you need to by just doing it. Let's see here. Kim, I really hate that your Facebook page was hacked. The hackers constantly post boxing videos. We barely post on Facebook anyway, so I'm not really worried about that. I'm going to unfollow. It breaks my heart to unfollow. I've been a follower for years. Yeah, we're going to get back. I already got back into my personal Facebook account. So it's almost resolved. It's almost resolved. So I already got back into my personal Facebook account. And so next is going to be the Instagram and the Facebook page. Like, well, it'll be back. But I don't post anything really. I never really use the Facebook page. The Swole Enormous page. We were streaming on it while I was allowing it to stream. And then when it broke, it was just sharing from other platforms. Like, not a lot of people use Facebook these days in terms of like Facebook pages. So, you know, not a big deal. You can just unfollow. You can refollow it again, but we'll be back into it shortly. Very confident with that now. Got back into my personal account, just kind of tying up the loose ends. Just takes a little bit of time. So no worries. Guess what? If you unfollow, guess what you can do? You can always follow it again. No worries. No big loss. We'll be back. We will. Let me see how that looks. All right, let's see. New merch. Let's see here. All right, we got two. Move this over here. I think we got one more Swole fan post. We're just gonna bring this up. Let's get that new drop. Yeah, let's get a new design. Kind of a new design. All right. Now available over there at papaswole.com. Let's see what we got here. Drum roll.
What's in the box?
All right. Pumpkin spice is done. Now it's time for Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha. Bring out the peppermint mocha. We start early. I don't even know if it's available over there at Starbucks yet, but Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha, new designs. Obviously with the new design, very nice. We have the red background. It looks really sick on the red and the maroon, the hoodie and the tank. Of course, we got women's tanks. We got all the other cups and stuff like that. So you could check it out. You can get it in different backgrounds. You can get it on green, but green on green might be a little bit strange. Maybe we'll do a red for the green. Let's see. All right. So now we have Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha is available. And we might have some different designs. We might have like a red logo so you could put on a green shirt or something like that. So keep an eye out. We might have a couple different options for that. So now it's season for Peppermint Mocha and people are like, oh my God, I posted on TikTok and I think we might have posted it on the Real Papa Swole Instagram page, but I posted some videos or a video with the Santa hat. You're going to be on my naughty list if you don't go to the fucking gym. People are like, dude, it's November 1st. Yeah, no shit. No shit. So fucking what? You know, you have all year long. If you're going to play the fucking Santa Claus game, he's watching you all year long if you're naughty or nice. So it's always Christmas then. There's no fucking date. There's no date. It's after fucking Halloween on to Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's the same fucking season. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. We start early. We always start early. We're always first. We start our New Year's early. We don't wait for anyone else. We don't wait for all these other beaches. All right, we got one more. Let's see here. Posting from, Megan. We talked about the Megan working out with the baby. So a lot of people were saying, put the baby in a playpen or a high chair. Makes sense. We got one here from Tom. Hey, fam and pop. I've been a member for about 6 months and doing pretty good. I've been talking about the elimination diet to the wife, and just recently she started asking more and more questions about it. We are putting a shopping list together. I'm wondering how much steak and mince are you eating? To give you an idea, I'm 6 foot tall and 90 kilograms with a physical job. Thanks, fam. What's mince? Like ground beef? Where do you call it mince? I guess mince meat. I guess that's ground beef. How much steak are you eating? I mean, that depends. You could eat a pound or two a day, no problem. You could eat some eggs. There are a lot of different things you can eat. It's all about the amount of protein. So what, 90 kilograms, you could be eating up to like, at least 100 grams of protein a day for you. Easily at the minimum, I would say, probably more. So, it depends on how much lean mass you have, how hard you're training, you have a physical job. So eat to your heart's content. This is the whole point with an elimination diet. It's not about restricting your eating. It's not about calorie restriction. It's about focusing on certain verticals, certain food sources that are going to be less detrimental to you, or, the opposite, beneficial. So you have those certain verticals and eat to your heart's content. Please observe Remembrance Day before jumping onto Christmas. What the heck is Remembrance Day? Steffi, Remembrance Day. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Remember the gains in November. What's Remembrance Day? What country is that? Mince is ground beef. It's British. So fancy. So fancy. So fancy. Elizabeth, I've been reading and listening about animal fat for women being great, so keep that in mind for the wife. It absolutely is. Cooking beef tallow. Get yourself some beef tallow. Remember, again, elimination diet. Elimination diet is not calorie restriction. You're not eating salad and starving yourself. Elimination diet means you're cutting out garbage. You're cutting out vegetable and seed oils. You're cutting out grains. You're cutting out processed sugars and things of that sort. You're not restricting your eating. You're actually eating to your heart's content of quality, nutrient-dense food. You're going to lose a lot of water weight and inflammation. From inflammation, you're going to lose extra body fat. I never remember what days holidays are. Veterans Day is November 11th. Yeah, I never remember what those days are. I never remember. I'll never remember. It's Remembrance Day. It's like, I never remember when Remembrance Day. Okay. Excellent. Always support the vets. Damn right. Ooh, happy birthday, Nuntanot. It's my 30th birthday today. Thank you, Papa, for the gift of knowledge cock. Happy birthday. Let's get you a Glockenspiel. Excellent. Happy birthday. All right, let's get into some questions. If you got a question, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swirlio. Brett from the Telegram chat says, I eat about 2 to 2.5 pounds of beef a day, 6 foot, 220 pounds, significant change in body fat and 0 change on the scale. So you're losing a lot of body fat. I'm telling you, people think you're going to eat red meat and get fat or something and die. It's like, Jesus Christ. Wake up, people. Wake up. You need real fucking dense nutrition. Oh, yeah. Got to vote on Tuesday. I can't wait to vote. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to voting on Tuesday. Fucking DeSantis for the win. Let's fucking go. Keep Florida free, baby.
Fuck yeah!
Don't be a retard. Don't be a retard. Don't vote against your interests. Why would you? And yes, of course, we thank you, veterans, for your service. And we're not there yet. We're not there yet. We can remember. Here's the thing. When you have a day, it's like Remembrance Day. It's kind of like Valentine's Day. I don't need a day. I don't need a commercialized day for you to tell me when to get my woman flowers and when to tell her that it's like, I don't need you to tell me when to appreciate my mother or my father. I don't need a day for that. I don't need a day for that. You should remember your fucking veterans right there on the wall here. Every fucking day. Every day. Should remember every fucking day. All right, let's see. Frank, my wife and I have been cutting out all of the shit. The other night we were out to dinner and my kid got chocolate cake. My wife tried a bite and had a sad look on her face. Doesn't taste good. That's another thing. Once you actually start eating properly, even if you do like, hey, let me have a bite of that soda, all these things will be like, ew, it's like hyper, it's called hyper palatable food. It's actually quite the opposite. It's just like really over sweetened, over flavored. You get hypersensitive to all these artificial tastes and textures. It just tastes gross. Freddie Papasolio, going to do level 4 strength and condition. Have just finished my level 3 personal training course. What does that mean? What's level 3, 4? What is that? What wise advice you would give out for people going into strength and conditioning career? I mean, depends on how you're going to do it. Are you going to work for like a sports team? Like it depends. It's like personal training. It depends on how you apply it. Depends on what you do with it. Are you going to have your own business? Or are you going to work for a team? I mean, there's so many different ways you can go with it. It's it's niche. So, I mean, you're going to have to, if it's strength and conditioning, it's going to be more athletic pursuits. You know, if you're trying to get in with like sports teams, you want to try to intern or get in. You definitely want to have experience. You want to shadow, or you want to, offer your services, maybe even for free if you're shadowing and assisting with like someone who's more experienced, because it's really all about who you know. If you're trying to get into like professional sports or things like that, it's really competitive. It depends on what you're trying to do. I mean, there's a lot of marketing. It's like any kind of business. I mean, I had the CSCS when I first graduated college. I renewed it like once or twice and let it expire just because it didn't have value to me. It wasn't worth keeping it up. Plus I didn't believe in like what they were teaching anymore. But there's different. All right, anyway, let's move on. You can follow up. Rihanna Papasolio, I had a question about iodine intake, as a lot are deficient, and how to make sure we're getting enough. This is a Matt Damon and just eat organ meats. You can eat organ meats. I mean, there's iodized salt. I think some seafood. I forget what sources have iodine in it. You can just Google that. You can just Google that. I forget off the top of my head what foods are high in iodine. Anas Alami, why don't you talk about swimming? Do you have a question about swimming? Why would I talk about swimming? You should know how to swim. It's good to know how to swim. Let's see. Freddie, follow up. The long-term goal is to be self-employed, but starting with the company to build up clients and recognitions. Okay. So I don't really have, I don't, if you have any specific questions, I don't really have any off the top, like wise advice for that. I was never interested in anything close to doing like training for athletes. But bottom line, I would say learn how to market yourself, create, a brand around your training in terms of social media. That's all that's really just what matters. That's going to be you can get word of mouth. I mean, you have to know how to market yourself. If you're starting with a company, build up clients. I mean, what kind of company? Is it a small company? Is it a chain? What are your abilities to, you got to gain experience. I would say keep an open mind. And you might think, have you ever interned? Have you ever trained with athletes before and stuff like that? Because a lot of times people think that they want a certain thing when they start getting into a career like that, and they realize they're not interested. It's not what they thought it was. So that's something I would keep in mind. Some people get into personal training and realize they like to train elderly people, or train people that are, that need to be like more like rehab type training, or, intro, 60s, 70s, 80s. These are people that have, I mean, and here's the thing, I'm just saying, so a lot of, if you're looking for, it can be very rewarding. It's also much slower paced. These are people with consistent incomes. Either they're retired or they're, and they're consistent. They're on time. You train like clients that are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, like they show up at the same time every fucking day. They like a routine, like very, very consistent in terms of client base and stuff like that. And plus, like, they treat you like a grandson or something like that, and you hear great stories, and it's a nice chill time. So it depends on what you're looking for. Obviously, athletes are a whole different thing. But I'm just saying there are things about once you get into the field, your interests might evolve too. So just keep that in mind. It's not a bad thing. Follow what you're passionate about, and you might learn, you might experience other things that you get into, and you're like, oh, I really like training, youth. I like training, 10, 11, 12, just don't go sniffing them.
And look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old.
No
sitting
sniffs.
there with like a little lady with her legs crossed.
Just keep that in mind. Let's follow up with that. I'm just throwing things back. So if you have any specific questions. Frank, are the organ supplements worth the money? Seem to range from $40 to $60 a month. It depends on, worth the money. Like if you're traveling a lot and you need to bring this stuff on the road, it can be a convenient, decent replacement, but nothing replaces getting liver. Like you can find grass-fed beef liver made for like 10 to 20 bucks a pound, but then you have to chop it up. You have to freeze it. You can consume it. So obviously there's more preparation, but anything like a fresh, eating the organ itself is going to be better than desiccated for sure. So are they worth the money? If you're not getting organs otherwise, then yeah, but you can definitely buy organs. Will, is there anything I can do like, it's not required to take the supplement. That's a supplement is like, hey, I'm not getting this in my nutrition. I can take the supplement and get the benefits or get some of the benefits, but it's not as good as eating the food. There we go. Will, is there anything I can do in the car to go to the fucking gym? When I'm not working, I do a lot of driving and I want to do something else active besides bang my ear holes with your knowledge cock. What is better than banging my... Come on, Will. I want to do something else active besides bang my ear holes with your knowledge cock. So you're driving in the car. Let me give you some advice, Will. You should probably focus on driving. How about that? What you can do, you can bang your ear holes. Keep banging your ear holes with the knowledge cock. You want to drive with two hands on the wheel. But I will say, if you're at a stoplight, you can get one of those little hand strengtheners, right? With like the ones I have in the Amazon store. You put your hip fingers in, there's a little ball in the center, and you can work on your forearm extensors, maybe at like a red light. But you do a lot of driving. You want to do something active, like you're in the car. Drive when you're in the fucking car. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you can suck in your stomach and practice vacuums and squeeze your abs and squeeze your glutes. Like you can definitely squeeze your muscles and do like isometrics. That actually will benefit you if you're squeezing your glutes or sucking in your stomach and practicing some vacuums and some transverse abdominis work. But I mean, you're in the car. You should focus on being in the car. Just some ideas, but hands at 10 and 2, Will. And keep banging your ear holes with the knowledge cock. Nick, did you rage out and cringe over Lizzo's new Thunder Thigh spandex line? My dear God, scrolling through funny TikTok videos, we were visually assaulted by Lizzo.
You can be fat and be healthy.
I'm
sorry, Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
Did I rage out? I don't know. I don't follow her shit. She seems like she follows me everywhere because she's so large. She always seems like she's following me. But no, her stuff is all cringe. Her music is cringe. Everything else is cringe too. So no, I haven't raged. Thank you for mentioning Lizzo. Now I have a headache. Just thinking of her in my head just takes up all my brain space. I'm like, oh my God, so much. There's so much. Freddie, so just reach an advertisement whilst learning about the business. I mean, look, you could be the best personal trainer or strength coach in the world. But I mean, some people can have a big following and some people can have a real successful business by word of mouth, and they don't really need a presence. Like they're a celebrity trainer. They don't need a huge social media presence because they have word of mouth. But I mean, everything is social media now. That's how everyone's communicating. That's how it's like the new business card. Oh, check out my Instagram. Like these are things that you can use to showcase your skills. And, the more you post and the more that you educate yourself on that is going to give you tools to improve your business. So if you want to work for yourself, for example, you're working for a company. So I'm just going to take it from a personal training standpoint. Strength and conditioning, there's more subtleties because it's more of a niche approach. But just from a personal training standpoint, you are going to go into this arena. If you're working for a company, let's say you're working at a gym, they're bringing in clients to you, right? And then they assign it to a personal trainer or whatever. So you don't have to do the marketing. The gym is bringing people in. So you're getting clients, but you're not procuring them yourself. When you have your own business, it's going to be word of mouth. It's going to be reviews. It's going to be people's feedback, testimonials. All those things are important. And when you have your own business, you have to bring in the customers. So if you're doing something like it used to be where you had a billboard or you had a gym in a shopping mall and people would go to the supermarket and say, oh, look, there's a gym over there. That's why those places are desirable because you get a lot of traffic. If you, let's say in Florida, you have a store in a shopping mall where there's a Publix, that's a really good spot because people are going to Publix all the time. And it's a great thing like, hey, I'm going to go over here. You have a tanning salon in a Publix strip mall. It's like, well, I can go tanning and then go to Publix, or I can order food online and then pick it up like Instacart or whatever, go tanning or go get my nails done or something like that, and then go shopping. You can hit it all in one spot. So you have to have people, you have to have like the signage and stuff like that. But today, you're advertising Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, whatever it is. It's the new billboard. That's where people spend their time. So really what you need to do is you need to promote your wares and provide value to people where their eyeballs are. And more and more people aren't really looking, like they still have billboards because people are on the road, but where else? People aren't reading newspapers. So you don't put your shit in a magazine, you put it online, and you want to get in front of people's faces on their phone. That's why you pay for ads or you create content and people share it and blah, blah, blah. So just keep that in mind, that learning about that and learning how to promote yourself, like that's how you're going to have to get new business. So how are you going to get clients? You need to have the skills and the experience and the client base. So I think what you're doing is good. That's how I started when I was personal training. I worked for a gym, built up private clients as well. When I had enough private clients, I left the gym and I did things completely private. So you kind of shift, away from that. So I think that's generally a good approach. And when it comes to strength and conditioning, it's a little bit more specific, but just don't be surprised if you're getting into strength and conditioning, depending on where you're going, it might turn more into like personal training. So just keep that in mind because it is more niche. If you're going to are you going to be working at a strength and conditioning company where they bring in like athletes all the time? Or are you having a strength and conditioning certification? You're going to a gym and you're like, hey, I'm going to do strength and conditioning. You're going to have like 30, 40, 50-year-olds coming in all the time. They're not going to be athletes. Doesn't mean you can't train them more of like an athlete and get them into that kind of conditioning, but it depends on what kind of place you're working at. So I had a strength and conditioning certification, but I pretty much it was like personal training. And having a certification doesn't mean you know what you're talking about, doesn't mean you're a good personal trainer. So it's all about skills, communication skills. You could be a really personable individual, have like a online certification that you paid $100 for, and have a huge business because people like to spend time with you. So you can know everything, be a total fucking science nerd, and not know how to communicate and sell yourself to people and not make much money. So certifications don't really mean as much as you think they do. You think they do when you're learning because like, cool, I have other letters after my name, but in the end, no one cares. No one's going to ask you for your certification except the owner of the business because it has to go under their insurance. Literally, I trained for years and years, and I think I was asked about my certifications like 4 fucking times. I had like top certifications through the roof. I think I was asked 4 times, and 2 or 3 of those were gyms when I was training there. So no one fucking asked. I remember one woman called up because she wanted to get like a training package for her husband. And she asked me like, oh, what my certification was. And then I started to answer, and then she like cut me off. She just wanted to hear a response. She's like, oh, you're certified? And like, oh, what certifications do you have? I was like, oh, well, I'm certified with this and this. And then she's like, okay, great. I was like all excited because I got to like tell someone what my qualifications were, and she didn't even give a fuck. Like she would know anyway. She just wanted to hear a response. So, I mean, I'm very, yeah, I have a lot of opinions about the personal training industry, and it's not what I thought it would be personally. Or maybe it was. I mean, you learn as you go through. You're like, oh, I just have a lot of opinions about different things and things I don't like. But in other words, I see a lot of people think that the certifications matter when to be honest, they don't. And a lot of people get certification obsessed where they just want to have, they just keep on paying for these certifications and paying for these letters. And they have like, and they write like, I'm not saying you do this, Freddie. I'm just going on a rant. So flow with me. And they'll put like 10 letters after their names and all this stuff. And then they have to pay for continuing education credits for all these fucking things that no one cares about that don't really matter. It doesn't make, in other words, it doesn't make you a better trainer. You just need one entry level certification and then to get experience, because personal training is all about selling. You're selling yourself. It's all sales and marketing. It's all sales and marketing. And the better you market, the more traffic you get, the more clients you'll have. But one thing to be aware of, and your long-term goal might be to have a place of your own where you hire trainers and such. Just keep in mind, it's one of those positions and one of those industries where like you max out. You only have so many hours in a day. So it sounds like, you know, when you have, and this isn't to be discouraging, this is just, I've been there. You know, you can make a lot of money and you could be working 10 hours a day, but training 10 clients a fucking day, like you fucking wiped. Like it's, you can only make as much as the time you're trading your time for money. So it could be something where you get into training and you also have like, you know, online stuff that you can, you know, gear up to, or you can create online content. And then you could have your clients also get additional online content. And then they have like a membership to your online content. They pay you for in-person sessions. So you can also maximize your time with stuff that way. There's a lot of different options. So hopefully that gives you some insights. But remember, everything is sales and marketing. Like if you sell someone personal training, every session is you kind of reselling them for the next upsell. So you have to learn how to give people a lot of value, train them, but they also, essentially, you want them to depend on you too. Otherwise, they're not going to come back, right? Yeah. And you want to practice what you preach. Like you don't want to be just teaching someone. I never liked the people that were like sports strength training and they're like skinny little, they look like they don't even lift and they're just like, they know about things. Like there's a lot to be said for someone who actually does and can do and looks like they're a fucking athlete teaching someone else. Doesn't mean you can't be a good trainer or successful, even if you aren't jacked. I'm not saying you have to be jacked, but you know, you should be able to do it yourself. Not that you can't, Freddie, but someone mentioned it in the comments. So I saw it. Let's see. Glenna, work in the medical field. The Halloween candy is all over the place here. People eating it like animals at a trough.
Matt Damon.
Yeah. Let me catch up with questions. I might be a little bit behind here. Good questions today, fam. Keep it coming. Your mom? Ooh, your mom's senpai. Good screen name. Hey, Pop, I struggle with cigarettes so bad lately. I've quit for a week at a time. Over the last year, a few times. I always find myself coming back to them. Any advice for truly quitting? I would download the book or buy the book, Atomic Habits, so you can learn how to set those micro habits. I forget if in the book he talks specifically about quitting cigarettes. Some people can go cold turkey. Most people can't. So I would make sure you learn how important habits are. And that's why you keep on rebounding back, because you're not setting small incremental habits. You're probably keeping these things. You probably don't have like a strong enough why for why you're doing it. Your environment's probably not ideal. Are you hanging around smokers? Are you keeping them in your house? Are you taking routes to and from work where you have easy access to purchasing them, X, Y, and Z? So that's a good place to start. Number one, I'm glad to hear that you're trying to quit. So that's good news that you have the intent to quit. So that's a beginning. Do you have anyone else in your circle that you can use that has quit cigarettes? Anyone else in the fam? Stop smoking. Any suggestions? I don't have any good suggestions there in terms of like my friend from like Element. I've known him. We've been friends since we're 8 years old. He just stopped smoking. He used to smoke, bro. He used to smoke Newports. Fucking Newports. It's like fiberglass. I remember one night we're fixing something in my car, like electric, and we're like, oh, let's go to Home Depot. He's like, yeah, Home Depot's open 24 hours. There's one down the street. We went to the Home Depot and it was closed. It was like 2 a.m. I was so pissed, and we're all in the car and I was ranting so hard in the back seat. My 2 friends in the front were laughing so hard, and he started like smoking a Newport. I'm like, fucking give me that. Let me take it. He's like, are you sure? I'm like, fuck, I'm so fucking pissed off. I didn't smoke at all. And I took the Newport and I took a drag. My lungs, and when I tell you my lungs were, I went, all of a sudden couldn't breathe. I was coughing so fucking loud. I almost lost my heart. And I was like one hit. Oh God, it was the worst experience of my life. They were laughing so hard, and I was like swearing and yelling and coughing. Yeah, it was terrible. Go from not smoking, just taking a hit off a Newport. Oh my God. If you don't know, that's like one of the harshest cigarettes you can. Is there anything harsher than that? It's like notoriously savage cigarette. It's like one of the worst ones you can smoke. Oh, gross. So nasty. But he went cold turkey, which is impressive from those. Will, I'm looking to try some new carb sources with my ground beef and steak. Would you recommend anything else besides sweet potatoes and rice, or just stick to those? Find what works best for you. I just do fruit. I haven't had sweet potatoes in months. I haven't had white rice really in a long time either. But fruit too. Dates, raw honey, fruit is great. So try those. I mean, if I did have carbs, I would have sweet potatoes or white rice or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I've been just really doing meat and fruit. So it's really about figuring out what works best for you. But fruit is fantastic. Yeah, I agree. And to an extent, Steffi, she says, I will never again take a career choice where certification is needed. It's a cash grab. As long as you keep paying, you can be certified. True. But at the same time, I mean, you know, some careers are really great that you can have that all you do is you take a couple CEUs. And yeah, they want to make their money, the certification, but it could be tremendously worth it. What I didn't like, for example, I had like the NSCA, CSCS, and you have to get these CEUs, and it's really fucking a pain in the ass to do. You have to go to like some convention and to get certain you can only get, there's like certain things that you can only get a certain amount of. There was like, here, you can only do, you can only get a max of like 0.5 CEUs from column A and then column B and column C. So you couldn't like just do all these quizzes, or you couldn't just buy these books, or you couldn't just take these courses. Like you had to, so a lot of times you were spending a fucking fortune going to like their national bullshit fucking conference. Like it sucked. So I remember one year, and this is when I lost all faith, and I was like, oh, this is a fucking scam. So I agree with Steffi. I'm not saying this is the way across the board. This is a long time ago. So I had like renewed it once or twice, and I was like, I didn't use it. So I was like, fuck it. So I just filled some shit out. I'm like, they just want their fucking money. Let's just see if they just want their money. So I forget what I did, but I made something up. I forget. And I sent it in, and they sent back like, congratulations on your recertification. I'm like, fuck this shit. And then I just ditched it. I'm like, oh, this is a joke. So I had like hope that like, maybe it's legit. And they'd be like, oh, this can't be verified. I said I took some college classes. Like they didn't check. They just wanted their fucking check. So I figured, they just want a couple $100. Let's see. And they did. I'm like, fuck you. Worthless. And the silly thing is, what Steffi means is you don't lose the information. There's not that much that's coming out all the time when it comes to strength and conditioning. Like there's not such mind-breaking information about training. So a lot of it is just like, okay, it's like I didn't lose the information just because I didn't want to take a couple stupid quizzes and pay $300. Doesn't mean I don't know how to train someone. Doesn't mean I don't know anything about strength and conditioning anymore. So it's kind of silly, especially to make it like challenging to get recertified. Are you teaching me from scratch? Did I forget how to do a bicep curl all of a sudden? Did I forget how to do a squat jump? Oh my God. I forgot my information. Shit. I need to give you money so I can have the information back. Let's see here. B. Willis, carry a small bottle. Keep a small bottle of water with you when you drive. Tape a sip of water often. That gives you the hand-to-mouth movement you're used to. It'll keep you hydrated too. That's another big thing. Is it's not just, and this is what people don't understand about any kind of these like oral habits like smoking, is that it's not just the nicotine. It's the habit of doing this, like the nervous habit, like the mindless habit. Same thing with eating, like you just hand to mouth. So that's why they used to have those. I guess they still have them, like the cigarettes where it's like the gum, but it's, plastic or whatever. It's like a fake cigarette. Anyway, good advice. Good advice there. Let's see. Green Trolley. Quitting smoking was the hardest thing I've ever done. 14 years ago now. Papa's right about the small habits. You have to change them to get anywhere. Yeah. I mean, very few people can do the cold turkey and just not do it anymore. Will, do you have a specific time when you eat, or you just eat when you're hungry? Also, how many times do you eat your steak and fruit? Maybe once or twice. I usually have a time restricted eating window. I try to eat earlier in the day rather than like later at night. So I try to like get all my eating in before like 4 or 5. I don't always succeed, but I try to. Okay. Oh shit. We got to move on. Let's get into some balls deep. Good fucking talk, fam. Good questions. That's deep. All right. Hit the like button. Leave us a review. Drop a comment. This is the Daily fucking Swole. We're available every day, every fucking day, except tomorrow. Because we have our Swole Fam roundtable. So if you want to get access to all the private episodes, join the fam today, swolenormousx.com. Fam, we will see you tomorrow.
Boom shakalaka!
For roundtable number 30, live call with the Swole Fam. These go for about 2 hours. It's a great conversation. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Be there. Don't be a fucking chode. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right, let's get into some balls deep shit. And another reminder, we got 2 different backgrounds. You got the red background. I don't know which background you like better, but same shirt. We're going to have different colors. And what we might do is also have like, because this is on a red shirt, we have the Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha now on papasoy.com. We might also do a red one that you can put on a green shirt. So we might have 2 different options because that wouldn't look as good on a green shirt or red text. So we'll probably have like 1 or 2 different options for the Fuck Your Peppermint Mocha. And that's a fire design. It's green. It looks just like the Starbucks logo. Only so much. It's so much better than the Starbucks logo. And Starbucks coffee is dog shit anyway. So there's that. All right. Let's go here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's get this party started. So let me see. We got 4 videos here. Oh my God. You guys are all lucky today. This one's very... Let's see. All right, so pick a number. No, we got 3. We got 3. I'm not doing a long video. We're not doing that. It's way too long. All right, pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3.
What's in the
Pick a number. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Drop it in the comments down below. Let's get a little Tainty Boy before we do. We have to... Aww. He's sleeping, Tainty, man. We also have the church over here. All right, pick a number 1, 2, or 3. Let's go with Elizabeth T. Elizabeth T, number 3. Elizabeth T, number 3. Very nice. Where's my clap? There we go.
You switch the samples.
Number 3. This is called Stitch. If you're not losing weight, it's your fault. Oh my God, is this a man? Is this man gonna mansplain me?
There's a lot of people when I say this, but if you're not losing weight, even though you're trying everything, number 1, you're a liar. And number 2, it is 100% still your fault.
Jesus, lady, why is it so difficult to speak to an audience with a little bit of empathy and respect?
Okay. So first off, and look, there's nothing wrong with being gay, but obviously this guy's, he talks like he's gay. So I get excited sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, someone's going to actually mansplain to me. Like, you can't mansplain if you like dick. It doesn't work.
Jeez, lady.
Maybe he does identify as a woman. I don't know. Lay off the oat milk, bruh. All right, here we go. Let's see what he got to.
Jeez, lady.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's talk. Without listening to the rest of this video. 100% your fault. Look, I do believe that there are genetic factors. There are genetic factors that can predispose you to storing more body fat. It has to do a lot with like the estrogenics your parents and your mother were, like if your parents were obese, it's going to make you predisposed. Not to mention when you're raised, you're going to be fed garbage food too. It doesn't mean that you can't lose the fat though. It doesn't mean that you can't make those positive changes. It might make it more challenging, but what happens to a certain point? Because unfortunately, we're not educated properly about nutrition in this country. Most people just don't know anything about it. Obviously, you've been to Walmart and Target and stuff. You know what people look like and how people take care of themselves or lack thereof. So where you're at right now, when you have that epiphany, when you have that swole epiphany, when you get swole pill and you realize, oh my God, what happened to you and what you've done to a certain point, it's not necessarily your fault, but now it's your responsibility. So playing the victim and, oh my God, that doesn't help anyone, least of all you. So it's about taking control of your life. And if you want to take control of your life, that's something else. But you can't continuously play the victim. You're not going to get any brownie points. Like you're it's still up to you to make those positive changes.
You're a trainer. If a client comes to you and says, yeah, I've tried everything to
fuck
lose
his
weight,
voice.
and your first response is to call them a liar?
I don't think anyone's gonna be like, you're a liar. People say they've tried everything, and they haven't. They haven't. So please, yeah, this guy's obviously not a trainer or doesn't know. People say they eat clean. People say they do this. People are hypocritical. They lie all the fucking time. People lie to themselves all the fucking time. I don't know why I've gained 500 pounds. I don't know. You don't know? People mindlessly eat. Yeah, most people are, whether they're doing it intentionally to be evil is different. But yeah, most people are not telling the truth to themselves or to anyone else. So yeah, get used to being a personal trainer. That's the world of that. People just say shit and they're just completely lying to themselves.
You don't deserve their business. And all you've really managed to do is to make them feel worse about themselves and increase the distance between them and the fitness community. Why?
A lot of people say that they've tried everything and they haven't tried anywhere close to, and guess what? Maybe you've tried everything except the right thing. People use that. People talk in hyperbole. So that's when someone says I've tried everything, it's like, yeah, you probably haven't. And you probably haven't done those things properly. It's just a fact. Most people say they just say I've tried everything and they've barely tried anything, or they haven't done it. You know, it's like if you do something that's terrible for you and you really tried it hard, it doesn't make it like your perception of your effort doesn't make something that isn't going to work, right? Just because you've tried things doesn't mean you've been successful, nor should it. There's no one, just because you want to make changes in your life, people feel entitled because, hey, I'm trying things. I should get results. That's not how it works, right? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Dude, what's going on with your face?
Why would they want to be a part of an environment presumably filled with people like you?
People love blaming everybody but themselves.
Fact.
My food, I'm busy,
Fact.
blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. Like,
Fact.
Nobody cares.
If this is how you speak on a public platform, I can only imagine how you speak to your clients in private.
She sounds like the female version of me. So this guy is literally completely cucked out. She's absolutely right. People blame everyone but themselves. That's undeniable. Again, it doesn't have to sound like a warm, fuzzy blanket. She doesn't have to say things the way you want her to say it. And just because you don't like the sound of it, and just because it hurts your feelings, doesn't make it less true. I want to play that part again. I want to play that part again. Look, maybe she is being harsh. Okay, the truth can hurt. If you let it hurt, if you get butthurt over the truth, then whose fault is it?
People love blaming everybody but themselves.
Fact. This is what we talk about all the time. People love to blame everyone but themselves. Straight up fact. Straight up fact. Okay?
My food, I'm busy.
I'm busy. I'm busy. One of the biggest bullshit fucking excuses in history. Are some people very time limited? Yes. Exactly. Some people are very time limited. Okay. How many hours are in the day? 24. How many hours are in the day in Seoul, South Korea? 24. How many hours in the day are in Beijing? 24. How many hours are in Perth, Australia? 24. How many hours in a day in, I don't know, Montreal, Canada? 24. 24 hours in a day. Okay? So there are a lot of busy people out there that are getting it done. How many of you consider yourselves busy? Anyone? How many of you would consider yourselves busy and you still get it done? Okay. So that's a bullshit excuse. So she's, again, correct here. I don't know the whole video of her. This is just him, but look, I'm going to give credit when credit's due. If he says something intelligent, then I'll give him credit for it.
Blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a fuck, dude. Like,
yeah. And this is like, okay, does that come out harsh? Sure. But I say that too. Look, oh, you're not busy. Like, oh, your feelings. Like, I don't give a shit. And nor should I give a shit. You should give a shit. So when I do this, it's kind of satirical and hyperbolic. Like, do I care about your feelings? Like, honestly, no, I don't have time to care about your feelings. Your feelings don't matter about going to the gym. Your feelings don't matter about eating what you're supposed to be eating. Your feelings are irrelevant. Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? This is what discipline is. You're doing shit that needs to be done because it's time to get it done. That's what discipline is. It has nothing to do with you feel like doing it. That's your emotion. That's blah, blah. If you always wait to feel like doing something, those are the people that are never going to get results because you don't feel like going to the gym. Okay. So fucking what? So fucking what? I don't feel like getting up at 4 and going to the gym. Who fucking cares? No one does. No one's going to feel sorry for you because, oh, you skipped the gym. Like, oh man, oh yeah. Everyone's worried about themselves. Everyone's got their own fucking problems. No one does care. No one does care. But this is the thing. The reason why people whine and bitch and moan is because they want people to care. They want people to put an arm around their shoulder and be like, you know what? You don't have to. You're beautiful just the way they are. That's why these fat acceptance and body positive grifters out there get a following, because a lot of people say this. They complain, they whine like a bitchy little child throwing a tantrum. They want to get reinforced. And we have these grifting, social media people that are capitalizing on giving them that positive reinforcement for complaining and whining and bitching and playing the victim. No one cares. She's right. No one fucking cares.
Nobody cares.
If this is how you speak on a public platform, I can only imagine how you speak to your clients in private. It's one thing to be honest with someone, but telling them that nobody gives a fuck about...
They don't. Who should? If they don't give a fuck, who else? No one cares. No one cares. People need fucking reality check. People need a reality check. Straight to the fucking boards. 5-minute major for roughing. People need some slaps across the tits.
What they're going through is a pathetic attempt at coaching.
No. Either throw yourself a pity party or take that energy into actually doing the shit that is required for you to have results.
I'm going to give you...
Let's fucking go. What's this girl's at? Who is this girl? I like her. If I was ever going to bring on a female on the Swole team, do we need another let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Sounds like a co-host to me. Let's get her on the Mancast. I like it. I want to hear that part again. Lay it on me thick. Do it.
You can either throw yourself a pity party or take that energy into actually doing the shit that is required for you to have results.
Adam Wright. Oh, his name. This is his download. So the TikTok ad, I thought it was hers. Adam Wright Fitness. Oh, God. He's a fitness. All right. You see what's out there? Oh, so this guy is a fitness person, I guess, that his expertise is arm around the shoulder. Like, you're beautiful just the way you are. Do you want someone who's going to cry? You can cry on their shoulder. Or do you want to get to fucking work? Come on. Shut the fuck up.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you've been watching old episodes of The Biggest Loser and you're giving your best Jillian Michaels impression. But that shit's not cute. I've been a coach for 10 years and I know...
Oh, I remember my first beer.
...that a huge part of our job is to, above all, listen and support our clients without judgment. Because outside of the person they're hiring, they may have never had that before. Berating your clients and trying to shame them into change is destructive and it's...
Okay, I'm going to pause you right here. Do you think she's talking to her clients like that? How many of you think she's talking to her clients like that? She's making a TikTok video ranting. This is what I do. You're on my turf. This is what I do. I'm not saying this to people's faces. I'm not saying that this is like my internal voice, my internal dialogue. She's venting. She's venting at the frustration that people don't take control of their fucking lives. She's not saying this to her clients' faces. I guarantee you she's a nice person. This guy's probably a nice person too. He might be too nice. Okay. There's enough people in this world. There's business for everyone. Of course, TikTok and Twitter and shit like that. It's just a cesspool of people's opinions. I put mine out there too because it gets attention, it gets business and blah, blah, blah. We're all playing the same game here. But at the same time, it's like, come on. There's something for everyone. If someone wants to be coddled and someone wants a friend and like, oh, you can come to my Christmas party, or someone wants to go and fucking put in the goddamn work. Okay. You got two different people. You got two different clients. So it's good. She's going to get people that are more serious, that want like a kick in the ass and want no bullshit. And he can get the people that, want to kind of, do the 80-20. I want to eat healthy. I want to eat junk food. I want to enjoy my life. And oh yeah, how you doing? How was your weekend? And like, oh, I had two, wine spritzers. Ooh, naughty me. Okay. There's a client base for that. Whatever. Like, whatever. This is the good news. Like, there's clients for everyone. But I mean, like, no one's talking. like that to their client. No, she's not talking to her clients like that. She's making a fucking video. She's ranting. I get it. This is why I left personal training, because it's frustrating when you put in the effort, they're paying you to come in 3 times a week or 4 times a week, and people don't get results because it's on them. It's their fucking fault. They're not eating right. They're not doing stuff, because when you have them 3 hours or 4 hours out of the week, they're still on their own 98% of the time. If they're not getting results, it's on them. It's not you on the 4 hours they see you a week. It's the fucking other 164 hours in the fucking week that they're stuffing their face and getting poor sleep. It's them. Anyway, okay.
Obesity is complex, and it's your job to help clients learn how to navigate around some of the difficulties they're dealing with.
Look, dude, I don't have any problem with you personally. I just wish your voice didn't sound so whiny. It would make it much more bearable. Okay.
It's never as simple as you're not doing enough. Trust me.
It's not doing enough. You're not doing it right. You're not doing it properly. Otherwise, you would have better results. Isn't that kind of like true? You know, because people can say whatever they want. Like, I've done everything. Have you? Have you just eaten like beef and organ meats and gotten quality sleep and got rid of, estrogenic foods and toxins in your environment? Have you done all that for months and months and months? Like, have you really done it? Really, have you done that? Well, no, but I haven't. Okay, then you really haven't done it. You haven't done that. So there's that. You haven't done things properly. You could try a lot of things. There's a lot of things in this world, and people get hyperbolic. I've tried everything. In your head, you feel like you've done so much because you put in effort. But if you're banging your head, you put a lot of effort trying to push a fucking brick wall, it's not going to move no matter how much effort you put in. But I tried so hard. So what? Seriously, so what? You were trying so hard going the wrong direction. So, okay, you tried hard. Cool story. Let's do it right. Does that make sense? Of course it does.
They've heard that plenty of times before you came along. I would never hire a coach like you.
Okay. Cool story. Let's move on.
I would never hire a coach like you.
Okay. Jesus Christ. I don't know what that girl's ad is, but I like her. She can stay. Are her videos all like that? She's like Mama Swolio's cousin. She's like cousin Swolio, relative Swolio. She can't be Mama Swolio because there's already one of those. The soy is strong with this one. Her name is Maddie Cosson. We'll give her a shout out. Maddie Cosson. All right. Give her a shout out. That was a good rant. We'll give her a shout out. Shout her out on the Maddie, Maddie Cosson. Auntie Swolio? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Auntie Swolio. Let me see. That was a good rant. It was a good rant. It was a good rant. Well, look, here's the thing. I mean, it's kind of the content that I make. So I'm obviously I'm biased because I agree with that. And a lot of what she's doing is probably the way I do it. So would I yell at someone in their face? Would I call you a fat piece of shit to your fucking face? No, I wouldn't. A lot of this is frustration with people that continuously make it. Because if you're a personal trainer, all you're doing is listening to people's fucking whining and moaning and bitching and complaining excuses all the time. That's all you're doing. All you hear is fucking excuses nonstop. So it gets really overwhelming. Then, so you combine that frustration with your own internal voice, because for someone that takes care of their health and has that discipline, like you develop that by your internal voice on your ass. Like my little Papa Swole on my shoulder is always in my fucking head yelling like this is just, and it's just projecting it out. So you don't have to like it for it to be true. It is true. It is true. So this guy didn't like her tone. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Then keep training the 400-pound fucking victims. that are always going to be fat, that are always going to be lazy, that are never really going to take it seriously, fine. There's a client base for that. All right. Just because you don't like her tone or my tone doesn't make it wrong. Your feelings can be offended. Totally fine. Totally fine. You're free to be offended by someone's, the way someone delivers it. It might be true, but the way you deliver it to your clients, she's not talking to her clients like that. She's fucking making a TikTok video, you chode. Fucking people take shit so seriously. It's the kind of person that like gets angry at like someone posting something anonymously on Twitter. It's like, dude, it's a fucking bot or some shit. Stop taking the internet so seriously. Like seriously, stop. Calm your tits. Seriously, calm your tits. Welcome to the internet. You're welcome to stay a while. Like, welcome. Pick a number, 1 or 2. 1 or 2.
What's in the box? I got hairy legs.
Number 1, number 2. Number 1, number 2. Let's get, by the way, hashtag dick draft for a chance to win today's Swole card. Get a little America bag. A little tainty man. Aww. Nothing wrong with a little taint, a little super taint. Only the tainty man can. Only the tainty man can. How many vaccines do you think? How many boosters do you think he got? Come on, be honest. How many boosters do you think he got? I'm surprised he wasn't wearing a mask. God damn, it's probably all of them. Elizabeth, the only reason I said that is because Elizabeth said that guy sounds like he'd be the big pharma of trainers, keeping his clients fat to keep them coming back. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's go with Maddie, number Schwam. Maddie, number Schwam. All right. Number 1, this is called fat presentation. Oh my God. Oh, you're not kidding. This is a fat Jesus Christ. All right. Who's ready for a PowerPoint? No one is.
What's in the box?
Good God, man.
Okay. My life
I love how it says part 3. Thank you so much, Swole team, for not putting the first 2 parts. I'd kill myself.
would be easier if I were thin. My life would be easier if this culture wasn't obsessed with oppressing me because I'm fat. The solution to a problem like bigotry is not to do everything in our power to accommodate the bigotry. It is to get rid of the bigotry. And this is from Virgie Tovar, author of You Have the Right to Remain Fat.
Hold on. Hold on. Did you just quote Virgie Tovar in a fucking presentation? Oh my God. You dumb cunt. You fucking dumb cunt.
That's a huge bitch.
No medication except my fucking antidepressants.
All right, you already lost the plot. I really want to turn this video off. PowerPoints are boring enough. I don't want to hear this fucking chodette. Oh God.
Essentially what she's saying is losing weight doesn't solve the problem.
She is dressed as a cow too, by the way.
Fatphobic system.
Like literally.
This is why most of the community have no desire or intent to lose weight. This idea can often anger skinny people who have fought all their lives to retain their skinny.
I'm done. I'm done. Round of applause. I'm done. No, I'm done. That's it. I'm not watching a video of someone reading a fucking note card about text on a screen for no, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Gross. Yeah, she was actually, by the way, I wasn't saying she looks like a cow because she was wearing a shirt that was like white and black. That was horrendous. No, I'm saving everyone. I'm saving myself. And as a result, no, fuck that shit. I know you all appreciate that. I could just play it through and be like, whoa, no. We'll do one more. We had another video that was like 3 minutes. No, we're doing one more and then we'll have a round table tomorrow. Enough. That first one got me riled up, got me heated. Enough. This one's called High Cholesterol. High cholesterol. Stupid and boring indeed.
What's in the box?
All right, here we go.
Hi, Lacey. Thank you for coming in. So we have your blood test results back, and I wanted to talk to you about your cholesterol and your blood sugar. They're a little bit...
Your blood sugar. I want to talk to you about your blood sugar. Your blood sugar. There's an R there. There's an R. Blood sugar. By the way, she, instead of having retarded glasses on, she has a filter. So if you're looking at that, like, why do her glasses look weird and they're floating on her face? It's because she's using a stupid woke glasses filter. Your blood sugar? Her blood sugar? Your blood sugar? Hello, governor. Your blood sugar's a little bit high. It's a little high, eh? It's high. You got high blood sugar. That's all I. Oh. We're going to do a test for your A1C, eh? Blood sugar. Your blood sugar is high. Okay.
High. That's a shame. How high are we talking? And
Wait.
then how a bit high. That's a shame. How high are we talking? And then what can I do to help lower them? Your numbers are borderline high, but because
Borderline
of your family
high?
history of obesity, I want to get on this.
Your blood sugar's borderline high. It's borderline high. It's borderline high. But I want to get on this quickly. It's borderline high. It's a little bit off the chart high. Borderline high. It's borderline high.
quickly. And to be honest, the best way that you can start to tackle this is by losing weight. My family are all fat, but they also have a medical history of high cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes, which aren't necessarily...
They got heart disease and diabetes. They got heart disease. They're all fat and got heart disease. I can't stop.
necessarily linked to body weight. Would you tell a thin person to go and lose weight if they had high cholesterol? Because thin people...
No, you wouldn't tell a thin person to lose weight. Why? Because they're already fucking skinny. You do know high cholesterol is not automatically bad, by the way, right? No, you don't, of course, because you don't do the edumacation things. Right. Okie
also get high cholesterol. No, I would tell a thin person to go and see a dietitian because I know that they already have a reasonably healthy lifestyle. I want you to try to lose weight because having a healthy lifestyle is included in that. Respectfully, you have my medical history in front of you, so you know that there are a bunch of ways that I have tried to lose weight in the past that have been both dangerous for my health and not healthy in general.
Okay, hold on a second. So you have paperwork in front of you that show you that I've already done really stupid shit that was bound to fail. And that was not healthy in general. And they're like, yeah, we're going to have you do it properly this time. I've done stuff in the past that have been both dangerous for my health and not healthy in general. By the way, a little case of the redundancies. I've already done stuff in the past that have been both dangerous for my health and not healthy in general. I'm sorry, isn't that not the same thing? If it's dangerous for your health, it's not healthy in general. Okay. Give me
Matt Damon.
Okay. If you're just listening, she's just talking to herself and pretending to be two different people, and I guess there's supposed to be a point. You have 12 seconds to make a point. Here we go.
For my health and not healthy in general. As a general rule, I like to rally against medical-based fat phobia, so if you could hook me up with the dietitian referral, that would be much better, and I'll be changing JPs. Thank you so much.
I'll be changing JPs, not JPs. Let's see. I like to rally. Oh, by the way, I like to rally against metal-based fat phobia. I like to rally against it. It's time to rally. Rally. Rally against medical-based fat phobia. My cholesterol's high. It's high. I got heart disease and high cholesterol. It's high. It's high. Okay.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Let's give away today's Swole card. Let's give away today's Swole card. Where we at? Where we at, Beaches? Let's fucking go. Right.
No, baby.
I got a family history of high blood pressure and heart disease. My heart disease is high. I got high heart disease. I got high. I do love accents. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm making fun of it, because I love accents. And I will clarify here that I'm not marginalizing your accent if you don't have muscles in your neck and you can't pronounce words. I don't mind. I like it. I love a good accent. What pisses me off is when there's stupid fucking words and you're wasting a good accent with stupid fucking words. I don't like the order and sequence of the word choices you used. I don't have a problem with the word I. I just don't like the way you used it. I don't have a problem with the way you said it. I just don't like what you said. Okay? That's the clarification. You're mean, Papa Swolio. I don't care about your fucking sensitivities. I don't like the words. I don't like the word selection. I don't like the order of that selection. I don't like the sequence in which it was said. And I will be honest, the accent makes it worse. It makes the stupid shit sound stupider. It does. That accent makes dumb shit sound dumber. It just does. From my point of view. It's already dumb. The sequence of words are dumb. It would sound dumb in any fucking language with any pronunciation. You just happen to choose one of the dumbest sounding ones. Okay.
The little rascal has spirit.
I love you, fam. I love a good accent, by the way. Just look, if you have a good accent, don't say stupid shit with it, please. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, Swolevember the 2nd. Come on, save us. Like, use it proper. Use it. With great power comes great responsibility. With great accents comes an even greater responsibility to not say dumb shit with it. Please, for me, fam, just do me a solid. Come on, man. Come on, fam. Let's give away today's fucking Swole card. Dick draft. Talk about a dick draft. We need some troops. Sounds like we're sending them to the UK or Australia or wherever that thing was.
What's in the box?
Here we go. Round them up. Hashtag dick draft. Double D, double D. Ooh, Lady Hawk. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Dick draft, not just for ladies anymore. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, Lady Hawk. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2370 Schwam in the subject. Your mailing address in the body of the email. Fam, let's take some soundboard requests. Congratulations, lady. Lady in games is Swole with me. My name's Forrest Gump.
My name's Forrest Gump.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
I am the danger.
Be nice to people today. Love your fellow men and women. Uh-oh, did I just assume your gender?
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
And if you have a good accent, use it. You have a responsibility to say intelligent sounding things. Because you'll recognize that although it sounds stupid, when you say dumb shit, that accent sounds really intelligent if you're saying things smart. The square root of 5 plus 6, it sounds intelligent. It all comes down to what you're saying. With great accents come great responsibility. Straight fucking fact. So if you do have one of those, say intelligent things today. Please.
I better use my strong hand. The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
I am very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Thank you for being here on the Mancast fam. Check out the links in the show notes down below. We'll be back here on Friday. Remember, tomorrow is our Swole fam not accountability meeting, roundtable, our mesa circular. Ya heard? Tomorrow, roundtable, and back here on Friday. We also have overtime on Friday. So we'll see you. We got a lot going on this week. Big week.
We choose truth over facts. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Oh, got it out just in time. Ooh. God damn it. It's so hard. It's so fucking thick and it's pulsating. I have to like literally pull back now when I'm doing the piano cock just to get the fucking tip like on the keys. Otherwise it would be absolutely ruined. Fam, thank you so much for being here today. Oh, Heidi, that's such a sweet thing to say. I appreciate it. Reminder to everyone listening, but let's read. This is a great post. Thank you so much, Heidi. Papa, seriously, this has been the hardest week of my life, and you've made me laugh so many times. Thanks for being so damn awesome. Best fam in the realm. I agree. It is the best fam in the realm. We're here for you, Heidi. Hopefully you could be there for tomorrow's roundtable, and maybe we can spill the beans and get some more support. We are here for you. And just a reminder for anyone that is struggling, if you're obese and fat, like I don't have to say it. I know I don't for people that listen to the show, but it's your mindset. It's your mindset. I don't hate anyone that's obese. No one here hates anyone. It's like you need to have the mindset. It's all in your head. It's the victim mentality. It's the, oh, I can't do anything. I can't help myself. It's everyone else's fault but me. No, that doesn't help anyone, least of all you. It doesn't help anyone. Most importantly, it doesn't help you. If you're trying to change your life and improve your surroundings, improve your self from inside out, it doesn't help anyone if you're just blaming, you know, if you're blaming your external environment, if you're blaming other people, if you're blaming, it's not worth it blaming big food and big pharma. Like, it's your choice. It's your choice to make these food decisions. It's your choice whether or not you're going to manage your time or get up earlier or schedule things so you can exercise every day. It's your choice as to if you're going to get to sleep on time or you're just going to put it off and blah, blah, blah. It's your choice. And I'm not saying that you haven't had trauma. I'm not saying that you haven't had struggles. I'm not saying you haven't been raised without any information with exercise. Yeah, a lot of people have not grown up like that. I ate a lot of junk in my fucking life that I would never eat today, right? We don't all start from the same spot, in the same place. None of us do. But at the same time, it might not be your fault, but it's your responsibility. Now you have the information. Now you're aware of these things. So the question is, are you going to just continue doing what you're doing because it's convenient? Or now you've been woken up, now that you hear this information, now that you recognize it, what's your choice now? So this is the starting line, right? Think about it this way. Once you come across this information, no matter how you learn it or how your eyes are open to this, now what's your choice? Are you going to deny that it exists and just pretend like I could just do whatever I want? I'm big as beautiful and, you know, I can just stuff my face because it's easier to do that. It's easier to change your hashtags than it is to change your habits. Or are you going to recognize, oh shit, now I have some tools. Now I can consciously make that choice. But understand that doing so, making that choice, you have to admit to yourself that you've been making poor decisions. You have to admit responsibility for where you are. And the human ego in many cases can't handle that. So it's easier just to get defensive, close off, and it's your fault because it attacks your identity. It attacks your ego. It attacks your own like internal personal authority. It attacks you, like and people just block off to that. So are you going to make those choices with the information now? This is your starting line. So if you're just finding this information now and you're 30 or you're 40 or you're 50 or you're 60, okay, this is your 0 point. This is your starting line. So forget all this shit. Doesn't matter. You're at this, maybe, okay, someone else found this information when they were 20. Okay, well, you didn't. Okay, you're 60, you're 40, you're 25, you're 35, you're 39, you're 46. Doesn't matter. Now you're at the starting line. Now what? Now it's your choice. Now it's your choice. Are you going to continue going down the path that you know doesn't work? Or are you going to recognize, I wish I knew this earlier. Okay, but what am I going to do now with this information? You can't go back in time. What are you doing from this moment forward? And then now with this information, if you decide like, oh, well, I've tried so many diets in the past and blah, 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 it's just easier to change my hashtags and blame everyone else and keep on doing what I'm doing. Now it's your fucking fault. Now it's your fault. Like 100% your fault. I mean, it was definitely your doing before, but you didn't have the information. I get it. If everyone had this information in school, right? If everyone was taught this, if this was like our culture, if everyone knew this information and everything was about health and stuff like that, right? Then there's no excuse, right? But I get it. Your parents are obese, you're raised on fast food and blah, 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 and you were overweight and stuff, and since you were a child, okay, what are you doing about it now? And a lot of times you can fix these things. You can make these choices. You can make massive improvements. You just might have to do more and do it more militantly in terms of removing all these, exogenous these compounds and estrogens and sleep quality. Like you might just have to be really more strict with it in order to make those changes. It's not impossible. And everyone's going to look different. Everyone's ending point is going to look different. But there's the beauty in the process and the journey. And a lot of people just don't want to take that responsibility and take that journey. So it's easier to blame everyone else to offset the responsibility to protect their fragile egos. And that's what needs to get eradicated like a poison, like a snake bite. So it's in your head. It's the mindset of being fat. It's the mindset of being obese. It's the mindset of being the victim. Okay. A lot of you are in the Swole fam are obese, or you're fat, or you're overweight, whatever you want to call it. Okay. But you're here and you're not taking bullshit from anyone, especially yourselves. Cool. You're welcome here. Let's fucking get it. And it's the best form of self-love and self-respect is to invest in your health and to want better for yourself and to develop incrementally every single day. So I'll leave you at that. We'll see you tomorrow for the roundtable, 5 p.m. Eastern time. Join the fam today to be there. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. And we'll see you back here publicly on the stream for 2371 Friday morning for the Fefcast and overtime. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Solio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like
then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollie.